Hello, my friendly nerds. Welcome back to the Last Nerds on Earth podcast. I'm your host this week, Andrew. I'm also known as Carly, everybody's favorite and huggable fire genasi. The last time you were with us, we headed back to the seaside village of Luskin, where we completely ignored our DM's story and had a night out on the town. There was music, singing, drunken shenanigans, and a little bit of revenge. Will Aligrax remember Carly's sweet, sweet revenge? Who is Francois and why has he summoned us back to Luskin? Find out on The Last Nerds on Earth presents The Five Crystals, a D&D adventure.
I'm going to go ahead and wake you guys up. The light rises from the east, and you can hear the slow moving about as people wake up and move about the town. And it gets a little bit louder, and you can start hearing people, doing calls for, hey, I've got this for sale and that for sale, and the seagulls start waking up. What do you guys do?
I wake up refreshed. I get out of bed and try to find some breakfast.
I'm gonna gauge my hangover.
You're actually all fine.
Oh, wow. That's some good sit.
Oh, you sat up.
Perfect.
A crack of thunder rolls through your head for a moment, and then slowly subsides into a dull throb.
You slightly black out for a split second.
I'm gonna stumble out of bed.
Uh-huh.
I go out, and as soon as I see Mr. Drunk Shitface over there, like I walk up to him, and I just belt out, "Good morning to ya."
I'm gonna wince a little bit, rub my temple, and say, "What the hell, man?"
I go up to him and say, "Hey, are you okay? It looks like you have a little hay fever."
Oh boy. I'm gonna just shoot him a evil glare.
And I just smile back.
I gave one of those mocking smiles where it's like, they're not actually smiling. Exactly.
All right, Oliver, Rowan,
I think when he yelled, I woke up.
you're going to yell that you woke up or yell as you wake up?
No, when he yelled
Oh, okay.
When I yell,
at Aligrax, yes.
I
When
got
Ray
you.
yelled at Aligrax.
Okay.
Excuse me, it's Mr. Drunk Shitface.
I think that probably startled me up, and then I just sort of skittered to wherever food is and found that.
Okay, Rowan?
Rowan is looking for coffee somewhere.
So you guys are on the third floor of the Adventurers Guild branch here, and you sort of make your way downstairs, and there's sort of the same spread that you saw at the other one, but it's quite a bit better. There's more fish on there for sure. There's fruit and bread and all sorts of berries and whatnot.
Go for fish and berries.
Yeah. Just gonna chow down on a fish. Or two, or three.
just gonna load up a plate.
All right, guys. That was a pretty cool night, and I'm just smiling, almost ready to laugh. Oh, wasn't it?
Yeah, what exactly happened last night?
Well, you're pretty good at whiskey,
Well,
and we had a pretty good song.
that I remember. We killed it. It was that was fun. Thanks for joining in there last night. Really brought the group together.
Oh yeah. I'm glad we're friends again, though.
Tentatively.
Oh, stop it! You love me.
I gave a little smirk while I turned my head away. Do we see Francois anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Oof. No, those I'm average at. That's
Do you
gonna
get
be-
disadvantage because you're hungover?
No, it doesn't look quite that way.
That's an
which-
11.
An 11. As you glance around, you notice a tall, thin elf in a corner. And he's got his arms crossed. And he's staring at you with sort of hooded eyes until your gaze meets his. And then he steps out of the shadow and he goes, Bonjour, mes amis. I am so happy to see all of you. You are my favorite students.
Well, tell us something we don't know, Francois.
I will. And I'm so glad you asked. Did you have an okay time getting into town yesterday?
Oh yes, quite nice. I think the locals are quite friendly.
Are they now? That's fantastic. I love it. It's so much fun. Listen, the main reason I came over here was to tell you that we have some problems. Are you interested at all in taking on a quest from the Adventurers Guild?
Oh yes, oh yes.
That is why we're in the guild, Francois.
Is it now? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's sort of what we do here.
Yes, of course, Francois.
Perfect. Let me sit down. And he sits down and he pulls out sort of an elongated pipe and he lights it a little bit. And Francois was essentially your hands-on trainer. You did see different teachers for different things, but he was the one who sort of guided you through everything from beginning to end. And so you know him fairly well, but he's essentially kept his distance. So you guys aren't like super best friends. You shared secrets at night, but you're familiar with him and his attitude. So, how's everybody feeling this morning? First of all, you look a little worse for the wear there, my friend Oliver.
Oh, right as rain.
Right as rain and left as curry. Am I right there? All right, yeah. The
I
left is
can't
sunshine.
remember any reason I wouldn't have a good time.
That is just what I
Well,
expected.
I could think of a couple things, but you know.
Garly. All right.
I pass him a fish.
He passes it back. All right, so here is the issue. We've had of a couple of rumblings, if you will, down in Waterdeep. We have a contact down there. His name is Leon, and he has some information for you. That is all I can say right now, but that is where we would like you to go. You have about 2 weeks to get there, is what Leon said. So, whenever you're ready, we need you to head on out.
How far
Okay.
is the journey?
It depends on which way you want to go. How do you want to go? Do you want to walk, rent a horse, buy a horse, charter a wagon, charter a ship, whatever you want to do?
I like the idea of chartering a ship. How much would that run us?
Well, what do I look like, a shipmaster? Go down and ask! You imbecile.
Doesn't the Adventurers Guild cover that? Since
No. Do you see all of this food? Do you see this building? Do you see the clothes on your back? That we cover. You
you
from
didn't
it.
cover this vest. This vest is sweet.
He takes a little bit closer look at you. That is a sheet vest. Anyways,
I think it's funny when you talk.
we have basically paid for your education, for you to get out here. We just need you to go meet a contact down in Waterdeep. Talk to him, find out what he needs, find out what he will do for you, and what you can do for him. All right, figure it out.
Very well, Francois.
Oh, before you go, does it take 2 weeks to walk there?
It takes about... How fast are you? On a scale of 1 to super fast.
Walk for about
the
half
month,
that.
really.
Half that.
You're about half a super fast, so super duper fast?
I walk around the table.
Oh, that's very fast. Very fast indeed. And then he gestures you over. Come here. Come to me, Carly. Come to me.
I kneel down next to him.
You want to know
Yes.
something?
Yeah. Yes.
I have no fucking idea how long it takes. All right, I'm out of here. And he exits through the double doors. Oh, he does also leave you a piece of parchment on the table. One for each of you.
All right.
Interesting.
And it has your names on them, and it has the Adventurers Guild seal in wax around it.
We should read these, guys. Let's read it out loud.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Read it out loud. Go ahead.
What does it say?
I don't know. You're reading. As you look over yours, Carly, it basically states that you are an official members of the Adventurers Guild. It has the seal in ink, as well as the runes around it of the symbol of the Adventurers Guild, which I know you guys don't know what that is. It's because I haven't made it up yet, but I'll probably draw out something and send it to you guys just so you can visualize it. But basically, it says your name. It has a picture of you, and it has a seal stating that you are official adventurers of the guild, and there's one for each of you.
Oh man, we're part of the guild. Oh man.
Is Francois still here?
He left through the front door.
I wonder if this comes with health insurance.
He pokes his head back in. Absolutely not! And then he leaves again.
I call out to him, dental.
No response.
All right. So how do we want to get to Waterdale? Do we want to take a boat? Do we want to take a carriage?
Well,
I think we gotta figure out how much that's gonna cost each option.
shall we split up then? Send a few people to the docks, a few people to the stables.
Let's do that.
Right. Who wants to go to the docks with me?
I'll head
I'll go
off
to
to
the
the docks
stable.
with them.
Okay, so Rain and Rowan.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go to the stables and go look at the nice hay. And I look over at Aligrax.
Carly. Good
Yes.
luck.
I don't need luck. I've got hay.
I just give like a cursory nod, just like, okay. And then let's set off in our separate directions then. And let's say we meet up center of town, when the sun is at its zenith.
So midday.
Yeah, so like noon-ish.
All right.
All right, so we'll go to Carly and Oliver. Are you going with him, or what were you doing? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, so I kind of want to backtrack for a second.
Sure.
As soon as Francois said water deep, Oliver froze. And I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but he's just going to be very quiet. And as soon as everyone splits up, Oliver will just sort of walk off with Carly and just not say a word.
Dang, I did not see anything.
Funny how our group usually falls into these divisions. Anyway, to the
All right.
docks.
All right, so Oliver, you're just sitting frozen then, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, when we split up, I leave with Carly just without saying anything.
Okay. We'll go with Carly and Oliver first, and then we'll do Aligrax, Rain, and Rowan next. So you guys are sort of walking through town, headed towards the east. And you guys are headed towards town, headed to the east, where you sort of came out of. Actually, Carly, you were at a stable last night.
Yes, I was. I stole hay.
Mm-hmm.
Was I at
Of course
the
you
stable?
did.
Yeah, it was the stable.
Oh, this is where I got my hay for my prank. Oliver, hello.
Yeah, it's great.
What's wrong?
You know, it's not really anything I want to get into right now.
Okay, all right. Let's go find a guy.
Right.
And I look around
go
for
then.
somebody at the stables.
You see a young lad working in the stables. He is chucking hay and manure in the appropriate directions.
Oh, hey, young lad. I have a question for you.
Oh, hello, sir. How can I help you?
Hello. We need some horses. Maybe even a carriage. We're heading to Waterdeep. So, do you know how long that's gonna take?
Well, if you're riding on horses, it usually takes about a week to a week and a half to get down there.
All right, that sounds pretty good. How much to get the horses for that?
I'm just a stable boy. Let me go grab Elroy for you. And he runs off into sort of a small shack that's beside this row of stables, horses, horse holders, horse holsters, whatever, things. And he comes out with this sort of older, gruff-looking human man. He's like, oh yeah, my name's Elroy. What can I do for you?
I like your voice.
Holy shit, you said just like me.
Whoa, this is weird.
Father?
I just look between the both of them.
Right,
Well,
what can I do
anyway.
for you?
Anyway, we need some horses to go to Waterdeep. Oh, how much would that be? Do you happen to know?
Yeah, right. So how many do you need? Just the two of you? That's going to be 150, we'll say 165.
Actually, there's
we have
5 of us.
Yeah, we have 5.
Right, well, if you're doing 5, that's going to be 75 each, so about 375 gold for purchasing the horses.
All right. You have 5 available right now?
Let me check. And he, like, literally just looks at the horses in the stables that are just, they're, like, standing right there. He counts them. He just sort of counts them, and he said 1, and he looks over at you. And he looks back at the horses. He goes 2. He looks back at you, the horses. 3, 4, 5.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I got 5 available. It's not a problem.
All right. I will be back. I gotta talk to my friends and see if we can do that. So we'll be back. But when do you go to bed? When do you have
What's
time for
bedtime?
yourself? When do you get out of the stable?
He looks over at you, Oliver, and he's like, is he asking me when I close?
I just sort of roll with it, but it does sound like he's trying to ask when you close. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sundown. So. Yep.
Oh, it's like looking into a bloody voice mirror.
No, I really should have picked a different one. Should definitely had a different one picked out. I didn't know you're going with gruff British guy either. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's a very common accent.
Actually, yeah, it is actually around these parts, which is weird because blackface isn't. So I don't know. So, anyways, yeah. So it'll be.
You worry your pretty little head about that.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, we'll be back. You have a nice hay, by the way. I like it. It works well.
Right, yeah. If this stupid gaffer here, and he like smacks the back of the kid's head, who's just been standing there staring at you, if he would get to work, I'm saying.
Well, that's not very nice.
And then the
but
kid
I
gets
guess I
to
don't
work.
know him.
No, you don't. All right. See you later. And he goes back inside his little shack.
All right, so we go to look for the other guys now.
Okay.
At
So
least I
we'll.
do.
Okay. We'll switch
Yeah, I'm
over
coming with
to Aligrax, Rain, and Rowan. So you guys are headed to check out a ship, correct?
Mhm.
Excellent. So you guys head down to the docks, and there's probably about 15 or 20 different ships out there. There's some smaller ones, some that are pretty large and whatnot. But there's one ship that sort of catches your eye. It's a tall, masted ship. It's got billowing bright blue sails. From what you can see, the headpiece on it looks like it is lifelike. It has a female mermaid on the front of it. There's a gold trim that runs along the rails, and you just are sort of almost enraptured by it. You don't notice the crew that is hustling to and fro, loading up the ship. What you can notice, however, is a tough-looking half-orc. She has fiery red hair. It's cut into a short mohawk. She has, a tight white tunic and brown leather pants. Black boots adorn her feet, and a gold hoop earring has found its place in her ear. She's giving orders to the crew, pointing here and there, and sort of shouting directions. The only person who isn't also moving along is a tall, gray-skinned, taller than her even, gray-skinned male Goliath.
He's the only one not moving.
He's watching people coming and going. He's keeping an eye on any passengers that might be interested in looking, and he actually locks eyes with you, Rowan, and he's just staring at you.
Are you gonna, Rowan, you gonna say something, or did you want me to?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I sort of zoned out because I was at the stables, not with them in the dock. So.
Oh, were you? I thought you said you had gone to the docks. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, then he's locking eyes with Rain.
He was locking eyes with someone who wasn't there.
Is that good?
Rain was. Did you see someone here with us?
No.
Was it always
So
just the two of us?
anyway, we're looking to book passage to Waterdeep. Got any room on your ship?
Oh, so you walking up to talk to him. So he's standing there, his arms are crossed, and he's wearing a bright green and dark green bandana around his head, and he's got red and yellow striped pants, and he looks over at the captain. He goes, Captain, and the female half orc stops shouting for just a second, and she looks over and she says, "Oh, you lads looking to book, maybe?"
Yeah. Looking to book passage south to Waterdeep.
Right. Listen here. 50 gold a room. You can have as many rooms as you like. You can have 1 room, 2 rooms. I don't care what you do in the rooms. Just don't mess them up. 50 gold a room. And then she stops for a second and she looks down at Rain's. Rain, you have a cloak on, correct?
He's got a cloak on, but like it's open.
Okay. She looks down and notices a small metal sigil on your chest, and she's like, "Wait a second. Are you with the Adventurers Guild?"
Yes, that we are.
Excellent. Right. So I'll cut you a deal. You all pull security for us, and I'll waive the fee.
That sounds fantastic.
How's that sound? Just the 2 of you, yeah?
Actually, there's a few more of us.
5 to be exact.
5 more? Okay, that's 7. I don't know if I have room for that many.
Oh, we can share a room. We get cozy.
Okay, so 7 of you then, yeah?
No, 5.
I thought you said there's 5 more.
5 in total.
5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she holds up one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, we can do 2 rooms for you if you guys don't mind pulling a little bit of security. On the way over here, a couple pirates came across us, and you might notice, and as you look a little bit closer, you'll notice that the mast has a little bit of scarring, a little scorch mark on it. Several of the windows are actually cracked, and part of the sail has been re-sewn up. Yeah, ran into a couple pirates, lost a couple guys, but we're doing all right now.
Yeah, at the sound of pirates, Rain perks up a little bit. He tries to downplay it, but he's like, "Pirates?"
Yeah, that's right. What, you want to go toe-to-toe with some of them scallywags out there? You might get your chance.
I mean, I wouldn't pass up the chance to stab me a couple of pirates, but I'm not jonesing for it or anything.
Yeah, right, all right.
We are the most competent defense force this side of town.
Are you now? Well, look at you, full of bluster, biggin. Mind you, she's about a head taller than you or so. Well, we'd be more than happy to have you guff aboard. Listen, we've got a little bit more to do to put together, but we should be able to leave mid-afternoon. How's that sound? You're not headed to Waterdeep, are you?
We are.
Perfect, that's right where we're going.
Fantastic.
Well, we're
Seems
stopping
like
in for port anyways. So listen here, you guys be on board mid-afternoon, and we'll call it gravy. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Do you have any objections, Rain?
No objections from me.
Perfect.
That's
See you then.
true. It's a date. Lovely.
She scoffs. As if, lizard boy.
Oh, feisty.
Don't bard me, bro. Don't be a bard. Don't try to fuck everything. I swear to God, if I hadn't stopped you last night, you would have fucked the barkeep.
You mean barkeep the barkeep? Oh, speaking of which, yeah. I'm gonna turn to Rain and say, listen, you go meet with the rest back in the center of town. I need to stop somewhere.
Yeah, sure. Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere in particular. Just
Well, that's a lie, but I'll see you later. Make sure you're on time.
oh, don't worry, I will be.
All right, I can sort of guess where you're headed,
Of
but
course,
we'll go
yeah.
ahead and
I'm going back to the pickled fisherman.
Okay. We'll have you guys meet up in the middle of town first. So, midday hits. You guys meet right back up at the Adventurers Guild entrance. Rain, you walk up and you see the three of them, Rowan, Carly, and Oliver, sort of standing about, milling about.
Hello. Hey, we got us a ship. Free passage as long as we kill us some pirates.
Bar killing, eh? Sounds good to me.
Pirates? Oh,
Yes,
all right.
Pirate.
Yeah, we could have horses for 375.
Or we could get on a boat taking us directly to where we need to go for free, as long as we protect them from pirates.
I start to look
Free.
nervous. All right. Oh, well, we'll talk about it, right?
Sure, all in favor of the free option, head towards the boat. It's over there. And I indicate towards the docks as I tell them which boat it is.
Yep, I started heading that way.
All right. I guess I wait till everybody leaves and then I follow them behind.
See, we talked about it, and I start heading towards the boat.
All right, so you guys, you don't want to do any shopping or prep for the mission ahead or anything like that? Just straight onto the boat, huh?
I'm doing some shopping.
Yeah,
But
let's go get
you
some
already know where I'm
potions of
going.
healing or something.
Yeah, just you're kind of benevolent DM, just saying, hey, maybe there's some stuff to shop around for.
All right. Yeah. I'd like to go back to where all the stores were.
Okay. So we'll have you guys head in that. So you're headed in that direction, Carly. Everybody else is headed towards the boat. It sounded like actually, Rowan, you wanted to go shopping as well, correct?
Yes, shopping.
Okay, so we'll have you and Carly head towards the shopping district, which it actually isn't too far off from the docks, so it's pretty close. It's almost right there. So we're gonna cut back over to Aligrax. Where are you headed?
Oh, you know where I'm heading. I'm going to the pickled fisherman.
All right, so you make your way through the roads, just barely able to remember sort of the way back, and you almost don't recognize it. In the sunlight, it is more dingy and squat than you remember it being, sort of the stage of your glorious re-entrance into Luskin, and the door is closed, but there are lights on inside.
I'm gonna. Is there a window? Obviously, yeah.
I mean, there's a window, but it's a little dingy. You can roll me a perception check if you want to look in.
I'm gonna try to look inside, see if I find the barkeep. It's a 14 perception.
All right, yeah, you can see him. He's at the bar. Roughly a him-size shape is at the bar.
I'm gonna rap lightly on the door.
You hear sort of a scuffling, and then yeah, yep, come on in, we're open.
Open the door, walk in, and with a dramatic flourish, throw my arms out, just like, barkeep.
Oh my God, I didn't think you'd actually make it back here alive. You looked like you were half past dead when you left here, boy.
Well, I recover quickly, my friend.
All right, step on over here. You know what? You're a pretty good guy. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I was born ready.
My name isn't actually Barkeep, you daft idiot. It's just what you could have called me to get my attention.
Well, I thought I'd make things more personal, and also I was kind of shit-faced.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not really worried about it.
So, now that the truth is out, what is your name?
My name is Tussle. Tussle Windigger.
That's a sweet name.
Thank you.
It is a...
Random
I'm not there,
shadow,
but I'm
man.
just saying. Maybe I am there. You never know.
Roll me a stealth
It's a
check.
pleasure to make your
No, I'm just kidding.
acquaintance.
It's good to meet yours. And he puts his hand out and
I shake it.
excellent. He's got a pretty strong grip, but you know, you're Dragonborn. It's all right. So now, lad,
Now,
don't tell me you need more alcohol in your system.
not at the moment, but I have to know that's stronger than the draconian fire whiskey of my home. I have to have some of that for the road, of course.
No problem. How much do you want there, lad?
Oh, we'll go for, a gallon or so.
A gallon. All right. Well, that's gonna run you about 5 gold.
I'm gonna pull out 6 gold. One for the troubles I caused you last night.
You're a good lad. He walks to the back, just sort of a little room in the back there, and he comes out with the, those XXX mason jars or whatever.
Yeah.
That's basically what he brings out to you, and he sets it on the table. He's like, "Listen now, you don't tell anybody where you got this from. This is a Windigger recipe. I don't want people going and figuring out my secret. Okay?
The secret goes to my grave.
Excellent. You might go there a little bit faster if you let it loose. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Yeah, Alex, all right." And he,
After last night, I'll be more careful.
I think you should. He collects the gold up and go ahead and put in your inventory just 1 jug of Windigger whiskey.
Fantastic. I'm gonna start heading out the door, but say, now Tussle, don't think this is the last you'll see of Aligrax Dendrian.
He laughs and he says, "I certainly hope it is." Maria, close the door. And his wife shuts the door. Who's there? Apparently. No, I'm just kidding. So, all right. So we are going to go over to Rowan and Carly.
All right. So we go over to the shops, and hello. Where's the leather shop again?
You're standing right next to it, deity. And lo and behold, just to the right of you is the leather shop that you had visited last night.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Rowan. Hey, Rowan.
Hey,
Hey, there's some cool leather in there. There's this tiny vest and some stuff. You want to check it out?
oh, okay.
All right, we go into the shop.
Well, it's sort of a stand. These are like just little stands along the way. And, well, deity, what are you looking for now? And she looks over at you, Rowan.
Well, I was gonna go try to find a healing. I don't know what my friend here is looking for.
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry. We're just a leather shop as it is. If you'd like, I can point you in the right direction.
All right. Where do we go?
Okay, so what you're going to want to do is just take a right and head down the alleyway here, and it's going to be about the 4th or 5th booth on the left-hand side.
All right. I say thank you. Well, thank you. And then I guess we head out.
All right, you guys sort of make your way past a few stalls, and you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you stop in front of this. It's a pretty nice, well-built stall there, and it's got really nice mahogany wood. And in front of you, you can see a myriad of different vials containing all sorts of different colored liquids. Some of them are swirling, some of them are red and blue and green and all sorts of stuff. And standing behind the counter is a half-orc. He is wearing just a black leather vest and basic brown pants. And he's talking to somebody at the moment, but they leave and he waves goodbye and he looks over at you and he's like, "What can I do for you?"
He came to get some potions. Do you have any potions of healing?
"Oh, yeah. Down here, just look at all these red ones." And so you look and there's about 5 red potions, 5 red filled vials sitting out in front of you. "How many did you need?"
How much are they a piece?
"Well, they're about 50 gold apiece."
Oh. Well, I guess maybe 2 of them.
"Yep, you want 2 of them? Not a problem." And so he grabs 2 of them and he gets a little small haversack, or not a haversack, just a canvas sack, and he puts them in there, and he's holding them in his hand, and he puts his hand out, and "That'll be 100 gold."
Give him 100 gold.
All right, he takes it and he hands you the 2 healing potions. So go ahead and put that in your inventory. "Right. Well, is that it?"
Do you have any potions that make somebody itch really badly?
"Itch really badly."
Yeah.
You talking like a joke potion? Like what
Yeah,
you put
yeah,
on them,
I like
or they
jokes.
drink it
I like
and
them
it
a
itches
lot.
them. Yeah, no, I have a serious business here, and I don't have time for joke potions. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Do you have any less serious potion?
Like what?
Well, what do you have? What can we do that's less serious?
Less serious than healing?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I have different potions. I have an invisibility potion. I've got these potions that help you grow grass. This one over here makes your milk taste like water, and vice versa. I've got a bunch of different potions. What are you trying to get done is the question, and I'll let you know if we have something for it.
Well, I'm trying to play a prank on someone, but you said you don't do that.
I don't
So,
have joke potions.
I
I'm
guess
sorry.
how much is an invisibility potion?
That's gonna run you 250 gold.
Okay, well that's out. Let's see. Do you have anything that's maybe around the 50 mark, like the healing?
Yep, we got healing potions.
All right.
Right at 50.
Anything else that's 50?
Yeah, we actually have. If you use magic, this one sort of helps you get your magic back after you're done using your magic. You know how you get using magic and you get tired? I've got this potion here, and he holds up a blue one. He's like, "This is it makes you feel better."
All right. That's 52.
Yeah, that's 50 as well.
All right. Can I get 2 of those?
Absolutely. And he puts them in the sack. Same thing. Holds them and then holds out his hand.
All right. I give him 100 gold.
All right. He takes 100 gold and hands it over to you. And you have these are well, you don't know what they are. You just know that they help you get your magic back.
Okay. I'm guessing they replenish a spell slot, maybe. I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
You could ask the guy who just sold it to you. No, I'm just kidding. Do an Arcana check for me.
I think he would have told me.
He would have told you it helps you get your magic back.
Oh dear lord, my rolls suck. 4 + 4, 8.
As far as you can tell, so what this does is it allows you to get back a spell slot. I'll write it up for you. Just put in 2 mana potions, and I'll write you a description for them.
Got it.
It's going to take too long to go over it. So you guys have that. Is there anything else you guys want to buy or look for? Anything like that?
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna head to the shops too. Rain needs a couple of things.
Okay.
Rowan, you need anything else? I'm kind of tapped out. I bought this sweet vest and kind of. All right. So we're done.
Okay. All right. So Rain.
I'm actually going to be heading to the weapon shops.
Okay. So you sort of make your way through, and you see sort of like all sorts of shops, and they've got potions and clothing, and you see some weapon shops, but none of them really catch your interest, except for this one that's sort of tucked away in the back corner, and it has just really nice looking basic weapons, but really looks like they were well put together. And behind it, you see he's actually an elderly elf, which you don't see quite often. Just due to their long life, they usually have a little bit of younger looking, but this guy's actually an older looking elf, and he's got an array of weapons and also armor up at this shop.
Hello, I'm looking for something to stab pirates with. What you got?
You want to stab pirates?
That's the plan.
Crazy youngin', trying to stab pirates? All right. Well, what are you in the mood for? You in the mood for short, long, throwy?
Long.
Long, right. Let me see here. Long. Yep, all right. So, right here. Got a javelin for you. This little sucker you can stab with, throw with, do anything you want with.
What do you have in bow and arrows?
Bow and arrows. Mm-hmm. Give me just a second. I'll remember. Bow and arrows. And he sort of rummages around in the back, and he pulls up a fairly ornate bow that he, it's got some slight design carvings, but it looks like it's been fairly well taken care of for however long it's been around. And he sort of holds it up to you, and he says, "Hey, nice little bow right here."
Pick it up, give it a little test tug.
Roll me an inspection check. Is that what inspection? Yeah, investigation. That's the freaking word. Investigation check.
13.
13. So you know that this is an elvish longbow, and it has a very nice ornate design and is very well taken care of. And the way that it's made makes it seem like it's a little bit sturdier than your average bow.
Oh, this is nice. I like this.
Absolutely. Of course it's nice. I made it. Is that his voice? What did I just change into? Yeah, that's it.
So that's the same voice as the back in the first bar.
Don't remember that
I
shit.
like it.
I only have so many voices. I have like 13 voices, and we've been through them all.
Smargle. That's Smargle.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. That's Smargle.
How much you asking for the bow?
Long bow, ornate carving, pretty nice looking. We'll do 75.
How do you feel about 60?
I don't feel very good about 60. Roll me a persuasion check, please.
10.
Like 8 plus 2, 10?
10.
It's like, don't feel very good about 60. 75 it is.
65.
I can't go lower than 75.
70?
75. Yeah, 75 is fine. Yeah.
All right. What can you show me in way of arrows? Preferably something that has a little spark to it.
Right, a little spark. What are we setting on stuff on fire? A little spark. So he goes around and he's sort of digging, and he pulls up a quiver, and it has just some basic arrows in it. And I'm just going to let you know ahead of time, I'm not going to worry about ammunition too much on things. So, I mean, I'm not going to keep track of it, and I don't really expect you to either. So I'm not going to try to get this guy to charge you for any arrows. And so these just look like basic arrows,
Those look a little mundane, but just needed basic arrows and go to any shop for that.
Nah, this is what I got. Sorry, basic arrows. That's all I got. Sorry about it.
You got nothing?
Hey.
This is a really nice bow. You're telling me to shoot plain, normal arrows from this masterful piece of craftsmanship right here?
He snatches it back for you. Well, if you don't want it, just because you can only shoot normal. I mean, listen, sonny boy, I've been around here for a long time, and this is what I've got. Got this nice bow. I've got all this chainmail and swords and daggers and javelins and plate mail, and that's, I'm sorry, but that's just all I've got.
All right, I'll take the bow.
You'll take it for 75 gold is what you take it for.
Fine, I'll take it for 75 gold.
All right, so he wraps it very gingerly. And don't you have a longbow already?
I do.
Okay. All right, cool. Just checking. No, you're fine. So he sort of wraps it up in a nice little cloth wrap, and he hands it over to you, and he takes the 75 gold from you.
I hand it over.
Okay. So this longbow has a +1 to hit. So that would be on top of, it looks like you have a +5 to hit, so that'd be on top of that as a +1.
Cool. I'll note it down.
Yep, there you go. Let me see what else we got going on. So, sorry, was there anything else you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the potion shop.
The potion shop, okay. So you head on over, and be sure to take the gold out. You head on over to Brayton the half-orc, and he's standing there with... are you guys still there, or did you take off there, Carly and Rowan?
We took off. We went towards the docks.
Okay, cool. So you head over to the potion shop, and Brayton is standing there. And he goes, oh, yep, how can I help you?
You got anything for setting stuff on fire?
Setting stuff on fire. What are we trying to set on fire there, young lad? All right, you know what? Doesn't matter. And he sort of rummages around in the back of his shop, and he's like, yeah, I might have something for you. Give me just 1 second here. And he pulls up a little barrel, and it's about the size of a small cask, like you might keep wine or something in. And then he pulls up a stack of small squares of cloth. He says, now this is pretty nice for setting stuff on fire. Right here you got dwarven oil, right? Now that will burn and burn and burn. So trust me, you're in for a good fight with this one. And what you do is you take it and you dip the cloth in there, right? And then you light the cloth on fire, and then you throw the cloth, or you launch it from something, or you javelin it or whatever. Or you wrap it around a sword. It's nice. Yeah, right there. Dwarven oil, cloth.
Perfect. How much you asking?
For the oil, I say 5 gold, and for the cloth, we'll do another 3 gold for the cloth.
Sounds good. I'll take it.
All right, so you have a combination of those two. Basically, you have about 20 uses of that.
That works.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So if you want to just put like cask or oil and then put times 20, and then every time you fire a flaming arrow, which I'm assuming is what you're going for, then yeah, just subtract it or whatever. All right. Anything else you want to do?
That's it for me. And that was, what, a total of 8 gold for both those?
Yeah. All right, so you guys step up to the gold-lined, blue-sailed ship. At the top of the ramp stands Lady Bianca, the captain. And she looks down at you guys with her arms crossed, and she goes, "You're ready to go?" That's not her voice. How is her fucking voice? I can't even remember it. I'll do a different one. Y'all ready to go?
I assume I'm back with them by now.
Yeah, sorry, you met up with them, yep.
Awesome. Telio.
All right, you guys step up the ramp. She pulls up the board, and you guys are sort of among the crew, and she says, "Right, let's be off." And they weigh anchor and slowly make their way into the sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
Do do do
Waving for me.
least we finally made it on a boat towards our next adventure. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to keep up to date with us, you can visit our Twitter at LastNerdsEarth and our Instagram at LastNerdsOnEarth. You can also check out our Patreon, patreon.com/LastNerdsOnEarth. If you enjoy our show enough to help us build it up, there are some amazing benefits to becoming a Patreon, like a shout out. It could be your name, a nickname, a goofy name, your friend's name, anything within reason. And we can also do a one-shot with you. We are just a group of friends that get together and we like to play D&D. So any support is greatly appreciated and will go directly into making this show even better. I want to thank you again for listening. If you ever need to catch up on episodes or just want to listen to them over and over again, we are now on Google Music, iTunes Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. We'll see you again next week.
I had so
much more
much
shit to do.
so much written down, so much shit for y'all to do. You know where we got? Where am I at? I've got 6 pages of shit that I wrote up. We're on page like 0.5. We're halfway through the first page.